The more skills you have, the luckier you get in life. So learn everything and regret nothing. Most artists will pick one thing and one thing only and get so comfortable with it and get stuck. Me, I did the exact opposite. Now, the goal of this video isn't for us or for you to master everything overnight. The goal is to become so capable that when life presents an opportunity, you are always ready. The skill that you learn today is actually your asset tomorrow. So let me just run it down. So like number one, build a skill stack. Now I'm gonna give you an example of that. A very good friend of mine, he's an artist, amazing artist. While he was in school, he picked up an internship at a framing shop, and later on he ended up getting employed there anyway. But while he was there interning, he just wanted to learn more about art. He ended up learning about framing, and he started doing the framing, and he ended up getting very good at it. He got really actually good at it. So now he's an artist who went to intern to get better at what he wanted to do. He ended up picking up something else, something that he wasn't planning to pick up on, which is framing. He picked up on it, he got good at it, and now he actually doing very well on doing that as a side hustle. I've actually just hired him to do something for me, to help me out with something that I have to do and get it ready and ship it. And I paid him $1,500 out of the money that I got paid. I also paid him $1,500 to do his part. So that's the benefit of having multi-skills, learning something else on top of what it is that you actually master. If all you want to do is just paint canvases, paint beautiful, amazing canvases and watercolor, that's dope, that's beautiful. However, if you can pick something else on top of that, why not? You should do it, because that becomes an asset down the line. So this friend of mine, he's actually doing very well. He's eating of his framing skill that he picked up along the way. He didn't plan on it. That was not in the plan. It just happened. And now it's an asset that pays him. So the point here is, if you can get your hands on learning screen printing, please do it. If you can get your hands on playing with collages, do it. Design, painting, tie-dye, all of it. Computer skill, computer design, do it, because down the line, it becomes your asset. It becomes something that you can actually eat off, or you can actually provide a service for and get some kind of return. So learn that extra skill. Don't just get stuck with just one thing and one thing only. If you're a watercolor painter, don't get too comfortable and get too stuck there. Play with some acrylics, play with some oil paint, play with some screen printing, play with some paper cutting, do all of it. For another example is, because I put myself in a position to just play around with all these different skill sets, opportunity came for me to teach. And like I'm just outside just doing my thing, and someone just like what I was doing, they like my work, they like my art, and they reach out to someone to reach out to me to see if I'll be interested in teaching in their school, teaching the school kids art and stuff like that. And I said, yes, of course. When I showed up in school and started playing around with different skill and different channels, different touches, different way of coming up with art, everybody was blown away. And not to brag, most of the teachers that they had there will come and would teach one thing and one thing only. Man, I had them we're doing watercolor today, and then tomorrow we're doing screen printing. The next day we're doing tie-dye. The following day we're doing collages. Like, you name it, we were doing it all. Everybody from the top of the management, of the school management, loved everything that I was doing. They loved it. So that's pretty much what I'm saying. That it just becomes an asset, and you become so useful. You become so beneficial to the person that you are actually serving or giving that work to in exchange for the currency. And they tend to appreciate it so much more. So don't just get stuck with just what you do and what you do only. If you can pick up something along the way, learn that skill and add it on top of that, because that is your asset down the line. And number 2 is that follow your curiosity. If you're curious about something other than what is it that you do, just go play with it. Go play with it. Like with my curiosity, I would do a screen print with natural dyes and natural color and natural powder dye. Just screen print with it. That's just curiosity that is in my mind, and I have to go with it. So if you have something that you were very curious about, just go with it, because you don't know what's going to pay you tomorrow. You really don't. You learn all these skills. You don't know what's really going to actually put the money in your pocket. Like a friend of mine who actually learned the framing in this frame shop, he wasn't anticipating that that's going to be bringing him businesses like that. He was going for his art and his art only. This art is it. I'm just going to focus on this art, and this is how I'm going to eat. But now framing is also bringing money. If I come across anyone talk about, oh, I need some framing, I'll be like, oh, I have a friend. I just give him a call. These people, they want some framing done. So, give them a quote and just take it from there. So it's just something that's down there just waiting for you. Always. You never know what's going to become that thing that's going to be putting money in your pocket. So the main goal actually is to be useful. The main goal for you as an artist is actually to be useful. So if you were able to not master, but just learn a bit of all these pieces, you become useful, and you can be used in exchange of getting paid. You can be used in exchange for getting paid, because you will never know exactly what's going to be bringing the money. And like I said, if you don't believe it, when you get ready to, let's say, launch a product or incorporate product with your art, so you can also have extra something that can have money coming in, other than always having to wait for your canvases and for your actual art to sell, you're gonna learn that some of the products that you actually believe that was going to be the ones that's going to be selling, bringing you the money, will not be the one that's going to be selling, bringing you the money. Something completely different will happen, and that will become the hero. That will become the dominant, the major product that people would be like, will turn out to be liking more, to be buying more. And now that's when you're gonna have to focus your channel. So these things happen. You never know what's going to be bringing you the actual payday. But it pays to just know all these stuff, because it can come from any angle. It can happen from any direction. So the more you know, the better. Like I said, learn everything and regret nothing. Now, number 3 is connect the dots. Connect the dots. What I mean by that is, so for instance, connecting the dot is mashing up, mixing up, just cross-pathing type of creativity. So what did that mean? I mean, I can tie-dye t-shirts, and also after tie-dye, lay down and screen print on top of it. That's what I mean by mashing up, right? Cross creativity or cross creating. So you can, if you know all these things, you can kind of remix them together and give more value. So if I tie-dye t-shirt and then put a screen print on top of it, you get 2 for 1. Where average person who only know how to screen print cannot add the extra tie-dye will lose in the marketplace in that sense, if that makes sense. So if you learn computer design, if you learn like a bit of Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator and stuff like that, you can bring your hand-painted art into the digital world and clip it into your silhouette, your t-shirt, your jacket, and stuff like that, and turn it into a whole other product. Now it's exactly, you get 2 for 1 again, So if you learn multiple things, you can create multiple layers of designs, right? You can combine art and design. You can combine screen print and tie dye, right? You can combine art and maybe you know marketing. Okay, you learn a little bit of marketing and you're an artist. Okay, so combine them, your art and your marketing, and now that becomes something completely different, right? You can combine your art with some natural dye that you know how to use natural dye, or some collage or some paper cutting skills. You can combine two things and turn it into a whole different piece completely. When you just stuck in one thing and one thing only, you just do one thing and one thing only. But if you have multiple skill set, your curiosity can drive you to put two things in one, put three things in one, and give the eyes more things to look at, and give the eyes more places to rest, give the eyes more places, more things to be pleased with, if that makes any sense. So connect the dot by mixing and mashing multi-level skills that you have, right? If that makes any sense. I can take some of my designs, scan them, or use my phone to just photograph them, airdrop them into my computer, bring them into Photoshop, retouch them a little bit, and then transfer it into my Adobe Illustrator, clip them into a silhouette of a sweatpants or a track jacket or anything, and then turn that into a whole different product. That is connecting the dot, mixing and mashing, making a mess with your own creativity. You can put them together, remix them in so many ways, so many forms, whereby if you just know how to just paint, but don't know how to do the computer, when it's time to do that, that means you're gonna have to go pay someone. Like, I did not know how to do the framing stuff, so now I have to pay my friend, and I was happy to pay him because I got paid good, and I paid him his share. But if you have to go somewhere else and just go spend that money, and he gave me a good deal, someone else probably could have hit you in the head with that pricing. So that's what I mean. You learn as much as you can and put it together and turn it into a beneficial asset, because it's yours. It's all here and it's not going anywhere. And last but not least, number 4 actually is create your own luck. You have to create your own luck. Like they say, you have to meet the opportunity wherever the opportunity is. You have to meet the opportunity wherever it is. Me, I'm outside selling my stuff outside, so I feel like I'm trying to meet my opportunity there, and that's how I got funded by, I got hit up by Pepsi. My teaching gig came from there. So many things that I had done on the side came from being seen, being out there, meeting the opportunity outside, not just being indoors, just painting and posting online. I'm doing that too, but I try to be out there, meet opportunity, because they say preparation meets opportunity. So I try to create and find a way to put it out there, be out there, so I can be seen and my work can be shown. And not just, the return isn't only money. The return is also bringing eyeballs to your work. That's also a return. That's also a return in the currency in its own way. When people see your work, they don't always have to give you money for it. They don't always have to pay for it. By seeing it, that's a whole nother return, because now people connect with you, they get your information, and things like that continue to happen. So you have to go out there and seize the opportunity. As an artist, we have to go out there and seize the opportunity, build a multi-level skills, and you can survive different seasons. You can seize an opportunity that presents itself while you are right there and then. You could just do that. So have all this, as much skill as you can handle, so you are ready whenever somebody presents you an opportunity to teach. Yes, you have it. You have multi-skill that you can show up and just present it and then display it and let it be seen. So now that's more value, because that asset is more value for you. Mix and mash. Take this and take that. You know both of them, put them together and turn it into a better value. So that's pretty much what you should look forward to doing, not just getting stuck in one thing. If you're good at what you do, that's amazing, but try to pick up other stuff from the side and add it to it. And that, in the future, that becomes an asset for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, click, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until then, also, yes, click the link and check out my website and support if you can. Other than that, I see you on the next one. Salute, peace, one.